Hey, cyberspace, Nathan Wallace coming at you from the Cyberical Engineering offices outside New Orleans, Louisiana, with another cyberware tip of the day. Today's topic is VPNs, or virtual private networks. Here's the example scenario. There's basically three main points that I want to get across in this tip. But this is the scenario. So let's say we have our work laptop. We're hanging out at the coffee shop. We get this email. We need to jump on something and do some work real quick. So we connect to the public Wi-Fi, and what happens is you actually are given an IP address. This router issues you a local IP address. Okay, so this is IP address 1. That means, right, you can connect to this router, and then this router actually has a WAN IP address. So this is that wide area network. So this IP1 allows you to connect to the LAN. So local area network, WAN is wide area network. So on this WAN side of the router, he has a WAN IP, and then that's basically the internet, right? The wide area network. Well, if you want a VPN to your office, right, you actually have to dial in. I use the term dial, but it's no longer dial, right? You use some software to connect to your office VPN, and then what happens is your VPN then gives your laptop another IP address, right? So we're going to call this IP2, and then this is specifically the VPN. Okay, so your office then gives you that IP2, and what that allows you to do, that allows you to talk to these devices back here. So let's say that you have a file server that's back here that you need to access a file on this file server. Well, now you can do it because you're given that IP2 address, the IP address within this office LAN. So this is your office or work LAN, okay? So the first thing, if you were then to go to Google, right? A lot of people think this. If you were to go to Google and basically, do a Google search, the default configuration for most VPNs, most virtual private networks, is, well, you're just going to take the shortest path, right? So the way it works is your laptop makes the request to the router kind of looks at a DNS, or even your laptop can make a domain name service request and say, hey, what's the IP address of Google? And then you're actually just going to go straight to Google, right? You're not actually going through your office VPN. Some people think that if you're connected to a VPN, all of your traffic is being routed through the VPN. Not the case, right? So you actually have to go in, play with the settings. Odds are your IT department's going to have to change some of the settings on the virtual private network software, but there is a way to do it. You just have to make sure that it's working that way, to where now, whenever you say, okay, wherever I browse from my laptop, the traffic is encrypted. It goes first to the VPN, then back out, and then to Google, right? So if you notice, that's two separate things, right? So we have this scenario, and then the third point, the really big point that I want to get across, is any other machine. Yes, you're connected to the VPN. Yes, let's say you're in this scenario where you're having all of your traffic being routed through the office VPN. But guess what? If someone knows what they're doing, and if they're also connected to this router, right? So let's say that this is the malicious guy, with the laptop. He can still actively scan your work laptop. He can still actively scan it, looking for vulnerabilities, knocking on the door. Hey, what windows are open? What ports are open? What are the vulnerabilities? He can do a complete profile of this machine using a tool like Nmap or something else, to where, what's the operating system? And then from there, you can go in and say, oh, what are all the vulnerabilities? And then launch the attack. We've seen this. This actually happened at one of the big utilities last year, to where they brought their work laptop, connected it to a coffee shop, and it turned out he actually had malware end up on his work machine, and the work machine was fully patched, right? So have to be careful when using open Wi-Fi. So this is public Wi-Fi, and we need to make sure that we understand basically what a VPN is and what it does. So specifically, you have different scenarios, but it isn't the key takeaway, right? It isn't an end-all be-all protective measure. So hopefully this is helpful. For more tips and tricks, check out staysafeonline.org, or you can check out our website, cyberical.com. Cyber safely.